more than 100 days into the Trump administration, and so far, President Trump has signed over 140 executive actions. But what's actually changed? And in a country where states play a key role in our legal system, how have they been responding? I'm Alicia Bannon, a constitutional lawyer and expert on state courts. I'm going to break down how states have been checking abuses of presidential power so far. First, they're suing. Since President Trump took office, states and localities have brought more than 24 federal lawsuits challenging executive orders and other actions by the administration. They've challenged tariffs, the halting of wind energy projects, and even the mass firings in government. And many of these lawsuits have led to court orders blocking illegal actions by the government, like trying to end birthright citizenship. Second, many states are enforcing state laws supporting DEI initiatives and protecting civil rights, despite federal hostility. For example, New York announced in April that it wouldn't comply with orders from the administration to end diversity, equity, and inclusion practices in the classroom. They stated that it didn't believe the U.S. Department of Education had any legal authority for its orders. And the governor of Maine drew headlines earlier this year when she said she would continue to enforce state laws allowing transgender student athletes to play sports in her state. One dynamic we've seen is that when states say they're going to enforce state laws, the administration has threatened to cut federal funding as a tool to enforce compliance. But there are major legal limits on the government's ability to target funding in this way. In Maine, the Trump administration recently agreed to restore school nutrition funding it had cut after the state sued. What does this all mean? It means that states are a really important part of our system of checks and balances. Presidents can't just do whatever they want. In fact, many of the administration's actions have been challenged or blocked, and states are playing a major role. Curious about how your state is responding? We'll be following issues like these and others related to the states in State Court Report. To learn more, you can subscribe to our free newsletter below.